We'll go and talk to Richard in South Shields. Hi, Richard.
Hello, Alan.
Hello there.
I want to talk about iPods.
Uh-huh.
Do you know these new gadgets that we've got available, right?
Yeah.
Where you've got like 1,000 songs in there on. It's like an MP3 thing.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I want to talk about other things that you can store information on, other than like iPods and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you know like how like the technology now is compact discs and that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And DVDs and
Right.
how to store information on like things like that.
Right.
Now, do you know your memory?
Uh-huh.
When you have to have all of these things, like, do you know if you go back, say, like 30 years, you wouldn't have knew what was going on about, like, all of these things now? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Right, so, like, the information sector, if like, things, like, do you know, like, Tomorrow's World and that, how they used to put things on the television?
Why do you have to start every sentence with the same thing?
Well,
Do you know like? Well, I mean, I don't know anything like it.
No, well, like 30 years ago...
Do you know anything like Tomorrow's World?
Aye, but... Do you,
What is like Tomorrow's World, then, if it's not Tomorrow's World?
well, do you know, like, Tomorrow's
Oh,
World...
they did it again. Why? What's like Tomorrow's World?
Right. I'm sorry, it's just the way I speak.
No, it's all right, and I understand that.
Uh-huh.
But you ask, do you know, or do you like, or do you... Every time.
Right.
Why can you not... If you want to make a point about something... Why don't you get to it? It's probably what I'm getting.
I think it's one of me hiccups or something. You know, like I've got an attention thing. With like memory and stuff.
Well, no, you haven't. What you've always done, Richard, is just link together 30 things that you can't link together so that it doesn't make any sense, so that everybody at home gets frustrated and I eventually cut you off.
Can I tell you what happened? Well, on Tomorrow's World, I was reading a book about...
You were reading a book on Tomorrow's World? That's amazing.
Yes. Well, Tomorrow's World is like now, but it was like 30 years ago, it wasn't. Do you know what I mean?
Sort of, I know. I sort of know what you mean, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of.
So, like, I was thinking, right, about, like, iPods and stuff, and they've got these things, like, all of these invisible things and stuff, like with aliens and that.
Who's got invisible things like aliens?
Well, I don't know about this iPod, but, like, it's funny. It's a funny thing, isn't it? Like an iPod. I mean, what would you mean that? What would that mean? Like, do you know your retina? You can see everything through your retina, and your eye is built into your brain and all that, right?
Well, it isn't really.
Well, everything stores on your memory, but like it's only 120 megabytes or something, right? Where I don't know about all of this thing with the iPod. Where it comes on like a piece of I don't know, like a...
You think like, you're ringing in about something
like
that you really...
thing or something, isn't it?
Well, you don't know, do you?
Well, like a circuit board.
Right.
Right, well, circuit boards were like miles and miles and miles away in the future. If you think about like 30 years ago, like all this time travel and that.
Yeah, you keep moving to time travel, and there isn't any such thing as time travel, is there really?
Wait, like, when I read the book...
What book?
About Tomorrow's World.
What book was that?
Well, I read it 30 years ago, right?
So you don't know what book it was?
It was about Tomorrow's World.
Right, okay.
Well, like, do you know the programme, Tomorrow's World?
Yeah.
Well, when it used to be on and that, like the Krypton Factor and all that, and things like that, there were loads of things like programmes. But we've got this technology anyway, haven't we? About like music and stuff, like where they say that they can store 1,000 songs on an iPod. Well, I can store more than that in my brain.
So you don't need an iPod then?
Well, I can. Well, I need to check up everything with my eyes.
How can you check with your eyes something that's in your memory?
Well, I don't know what it means, but it says iPod. Like I, and a slash and then a pod. I don't know what that means.
Right.
Do you know, like, when you say that, it would be gobbledygook to anybody else, wouldn't it?
Right, but then so to some people, so would VHS, DVD, CD, or any of the other ones, wouldn't it?
So, like, I don't know what it means, because the iPod...
But you don't need one because you've got it all in your memory anyway.
But, like, if you think of songs...
Uh-huh.
I can name a song, right?
Right.
And you'll have the tune and you can hum it in your head. How
but the thing is, what if there were tunes that you didn't know? Then you couldn't hum it in your head.
Because if you know how to do music, like, music has to be done with, like, do you know how you write music?
I don't know how to write music now.
Well, everybody, like, do you know how you've got, like, music and stuff? And dance moves and all that, you have to write it all down.
Dance moves?
Choreography and all that.
Right, well, I don't do any of that. I don't write music, I don't write down choreography dance moves either.
A step to the left and a step to the back.
No, I don't put that down anywhere.
Right. Well, basically, if you've got all of these songs in your head, like, do you know Top of the Pops and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It always seems to come, like, to you anyway.
Right, so what you're saying is you don't need any of it, so this conversation really is what I knew it was going to be, which was a waste of time. But thank you very much for calling. There's Richard, again, as confusing as ever.